Hello, church family, and welcome to our Thursday at 3 update. It is so good to be with you once again. My name is Pastor Rachel, and I get the privilege of talking with, interviewing, and giving you updates with ministry leaders in our church. Today, I'm joined by a friend of mine, Steve, who is the interim director of family ministries, and I had the privilege of actually working with him in Gainesville early on in my ministry, and I'm thankful to be able to partner with him and work with him again here at First Winter Park. So welcome, Steve.
Hey, Rachel, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us. We're actually both in our offices at the church office, separate, and interviewing this today, and want to give you some updates on what's been going on. Steve's been with us for the last 5, almost 6 weeks. So I have a few questions for him. So Steve, as you've been talking with church members and people that love the families of this church over these last few weeks, where do you see the most potential?
Well, I think it's obvious people are just craving to be back together, and there's a lot of potential just in that desire. And I also feel like people love this church, and they want to see the best for this church. So mixing those two things together, there's just a lot of great potential for children's and student ministries on the horizon, and I'm very excited to be here and be part of this.
I agree. I felt the love from the people here even before I arrived. And certainly there is such excitement around reopening and getting back together. And I'm thankful that you're here to help us dream together. So, as you've been talking and dreaming and meeting with ministry leaders, what are the biggest obstacles ahead of us so far?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's just creating new habits would be the biggest obstacle. People have grown accustomed to just rolling out of bed and turning on the TV on Sunday mornings and being part of the church in that way, or experiencing worship in that way. And so I'm hoping that we're able to leverage this craving for community so that they don't want to just roll out of bed, but they want to put on clothes and come to church. So to that end, we're trying to figure out what people want. So I've been having a lot of interviews with folks over the last several weeks, and have a Zoom call scheduled for tonight and the rest of this week. And we'll schedule some more meetings with people to find out what they like. We're going to send out a survey for Vacation Bible School to determine what people want this summer. We're kind of getting a late start to it, but it's an obstacle to really gear up for something that usually takes 4 to 5 months in just a couple of months. But we know it'd be a reduced head count and not quite what we've done in the past, but just doing something I think will be a huge benefit.
Yeah, that's good to hear, because I've been talking to people that have asked that exact question specifically about Vacation Bible School. So families, if you're a family and your child or youth are connected to this church, you'll be getting an email from Steve with a survey about Vacation Bible School. We hope that you will fill that out in a timely manner so that we can start making decisions for a possible middle of July Vacation Bible School together. So Steve, you've served in a lot of churches. Orlando is kind of your base, and I know you've grown up in the faith tradition, but what are you most excited about as you get to know our community?
I think I'm just excited about creating some momentum, some positive movement in a direction. And I really believe, in all of my years of working in churches, that momentum's underrated. You begin to create a momentum and excitement, and people begin talking to their friends about what's happening, and things begin to take off from there. So to that end, we're going to host a mom's breakfast on June 6th at 10:30 in the gym. And so moms of children and youth are welcome to come. You'll get an email about that, and you'll register for that. And it'll be a great breakfast, but it'll be a great way to connect with one another. But the real key for me is this is a momentum starter. People coming together and getting excited about some of the things we're going to be doing this summer, and hopefully projecting into the fall as well. then people will begin to come back.
So June 6th, a mom's breakfast. I will be there because I'm a mom and I love food. So at 10:30, right after our contemporary service in our gym, inviting all moms to come and be a part of the forward momentum movement of what we can be together as a family ministry. I'm looking forward to that. So as we are in the midst of saying goodbye to beloved pastors Rick and Pastor Michael, Michael's been with us for 6 years. Rick's been with us for 3 years. We are going to miss them. We're all feeling the grief, but also the joy that they are moving on to new ministry adventures. How can we, not just as church staff or church leadership, but just the body at large, support you and Pastor Rick and Pastor Michael during this time?
Well, we're going to celebrate both Rick and Michael, and so when we have those celebrations advertised, then show up. And I think maybe that's the biggest thing that everybody can do is come back to church. That will be a way that you'll show your support that the church is moving in the right direction, and you believe not only in your own faith, but you believe that your faith can be expressed most profoundly through this church. So come back, be a part of things, and encourage one another to come back.
Thank you for that reminder. And yes, please do come back. If you didn't check out the update last week, we've gotten rid of the pre-registration. Our doors are open. We're no longer doing temperature checks, but we do ask that you check in with our QR code or one of our friendly volunteers when you come. We ask if you'd like to be invested in our children's ministry through volunteering or helping. But if not anything other than that, come and worship with the body. It is so much better. Pastor Rick says this every week. It is better when you're here, and we do miss you, and we look forward to having you back with us. Hopefully you'll get a chance to meet Steve when you worship with us, or you're here on campus with our office being open now. But thank you, Steve. Thank you for giving us this season of your life over these next few months, and for the wisdom you bring to this church and to our families. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you again next Thursday. Bye, guys.